Let's go back to the school dropout issue. What was the high school dropout rate in your district in the last 3 years? And if the rate has decreased, to what do you attribute that success and improvement?
Actually, it has decreased. We got our non-academic data a couple of weeks ago, as I'm sure you all did here in Clark County, and our dropout rate right now is 1.2%. We're very proud of that. It has been a lot of work on a lot of people's part. When I was in Clark County as a principal, our dropout rate was at 6% in 2000. So we have a lot of success with that. We have a lot of celebrations to do, and we just talked about that when I was sharing it with our board. And we've done a lot of things. One being that we start to change the culture in our school district, and we raise the expectations. And we start to say to our students, we want you here in our schools. But not only that, we got our community involved. When we saw that our dropout rate was 5%, 6%, we brought the community together and we said, we need you all to help us with this. And they jumped in head first. So we have to say that the decrease in our dropout rate has been a community effort. Our Chamber of Commerce got involved, our PTOs and PTAs got involved, our GED program, our adult literacy, our adult council, they got involved, and we put all of our resources together and we send a message to our students that we want you in school and we're going to do what we need to do to keep you involved and for you to graduate. We knew exactly every single student that dropped out of our high school this year. We made those particular phone calls and we asked why, what could we have done different? And there was many different reasons why they left our school system, but we still haven't given up on them. But we have Second Chance in our high school. We did an alternative program where our students are in what we call a day treatment program that is funded some by KEXAC, where we have about 20 kids that we rep services around. We have Second Chance with them. We have extensive interventions for those particular students because they have been behind in reading and math. We have what we call Cardinal Lab at our high school when students are struggling, that they have a very small area, a very small one teacher to student ratio where we provide a lot of direct instruction. So all of those strategies have helped us to reduce our dropout rate.
You've spoken quite a bit about technology. How do you view technology and how it should be incorporated into the classroom experience?
One of the things we just have started this year that we want to implement for next year is we have TRTs in our school district, technology resource teachers that are in our schools, but we haven't in the past utilized their expertise like we need to for the instructional technology. So what we're doing this year, we have collaborated and coordinated with the Kentucky Education Development Cooperative, which is our educational co-op that our district belongs to, and they have a 3 individuals that work specifically with instructional technology that's going to be coming in to train our TRTs, which will be trainer of trainers, and then we will provide in-house professional development embedded around the effective use of instructional technology so that it will have an impact on teaching and learning.
What role do you see arts education and music, art, drama, etc. plays in the education of the 21st century learner? And please tell us what you've done to further arts opportunities for students in your school district.
We know that there is a strong correlation between the arts and academic success. And we have orchestra in our district, we have band, we have vocal music, we have an opportunity for our students to have artists in resident. We have applied for those grants. We have achieved those. And so we work very specifically with all of our students around the arts and the performing arts. We know how important for our students to have a holistic, well-rounded education, and I think the arts are a very integral part of that. And we have a big community support around our arts program in our schools.
What do you see as the role of athletics and extracurricular and co-curricular activities in the school district?
We understand that as we look at the different strengths and weaknesses of our students, that many of our students are academically gifted, but we also have some students that are athletically gifted. And so we try to ensure that their gifts that we allow them to use their gifts as well. So we have a very strong athletic program in our middle schools and our high schools. We have a very strong YMCA and extracurricular intramural program with our Little League baseball and basketball and those kinds of things in our community. Those are very, very important to our students. So we see the need that it's a holistic, comprehensive high school and middle school, and we encourage our students to be a part of those athletic opportunities. In those programs, I am very instrumental in ensuring that we keep the academic standards high for our athletes. Matter of fact, I meet with every one of our head coaches every year to start the school year out. I tell them what my expectations are for our student athletes. I ensure and encourage them that they communicate to our athletes that academics is first. We do grade checks every week, and if any of our students are ineligible, then I like to know, I want that list of students, because I am very visible in our school district, and when I see those students, if they're not on the bench or if they're sitting on the bench and they don't have their uniform on, they know they got to have a conversation with me, because my question is, why are you ineligible? And they know that they have to have that conversation with me. So we think it's very important, but first of all, they're our students.
If you were hired as the superintendent for FCPS, what priority would you give school wellness, and what role do you think nutrition and physical activity play in learning and behavior?
As I said earlier, that I am a PE teacher by trade, and that's my passion, and take health and physical fitness very seriously. We have a huge focus on wellness in our school district. We have what we call Kids Bite Back program in our elementary schools. It is a nutritional program. It's kid-oriented, it's kid-focused, it's kid-created, and the kids learn about what healthy choices are. They have a little activity that they do where they solicit the menus from all the fast food places in our community, and they count the calories to see how many of those calories add up to, and how many of those calories that they can eat and not eat. They also have an activity that they do that if they do certain kinds of exercises, how many calories will that burn? And all of those activities are kid-created and kid-initiated. We also have in our elementary schools what we call Take 10, which is an activity that the students do in the classroom. It is a national program that we have implemented several years ago, and 10 minutes out of the day they connect that activity with an academic learning opportunity. So if they're teaching the rules of how to diagram a sentence, then they will be teaching that rule as they're doing movements to learning that rule. So we do that. We also have what we call walk and talk in our middle school, where the students get 20 minutes a day that they literally have to walk. And as they're walking, they have different kinds of conversations, either with the teacher that is facilitating that particular day or with their peers. So health and wellness is very important to us in Clark County, and we have initiated quite a few activities to deal with that.
Sustainability, energy efficiency, and other green initiatives, of course, take center stage across the world in the age of rising costs and limited resources. Under your direction, how would Fayette County Public Schools respond to these issues, and how would you encourage the school district as a whole or on an individual basis to act accordingly?
I think we have to understand the importance that the environment has been good to us, so we have to be good to the environment. I had an opportunity to visit your Net Zero school today, which is awesome, and the things that you're doing there. But I think that it would be very important that we teach our young people the importance of being kind and being good to our environment. And I would initiate, and I'm not sure if you do that now, but a recycling program where all of our students understand the importance of taking care of our environment and to educate not only our students about that importance, but they in turn would educate their family members as well. And I think that is an initiative that we will need to look at across the school district to implement.
What is your plan for ensuring strong leadership at the school level?
We know that everything rises and falls on leadership. I have had the opportunity to evaluate and to do professional development with my principals in Clark County because it's a smaller district. But I think that it is the superintendent's responsibility to ensure that the principals in the buildings have the skills that they need to lead our schools into the 21st century. They have to be instructional leaders. They have to do the other things, but the main thing the principal has to do is be an effective instructional leader. I think that makes my role to help to provide that training, to provide that professional development, and to give our principals every opportunity that they can to be better leaders. One of the things that I like to say is that as a superintendent, I think it's my responsibility that if I was to leave a school district, that there should be somebody in the principal's rank or in the cabinet that would feel comfortable enough to step up and at least apply for the superintendency. And if that happened, then I know I've done my job to help those principals to become better leaders.
How do you plan to move Fayette County schools forward to be above and beyond other school districts?
I think we have to reassess and look at where we are now. I think we look at the things that we have done well. I think we have very serious conversations as a board, as a team, as a central office staff, and as principals to see those things that we would need to do differently, things that we would need to align more strategically and focus on in order for us to go to the next level. I think we have built a great foundation here. There has been a lot of progress made in the last 7 years, but I think that now what we need to do is talk about what is that one thing that we can move out of the way, or what are those things that we need to align and connect the dots that would be the impetus for us to take this school district to the next level. I think that's going to take some time for us to look at as a district, as a board team, as central office staff, but I think once we can have that conversation and look at those processes, that it's just a matter of time for this district to be one of the top 10 school districts in the state.